up, guys? This is Kyle from KGR doing a review of the Bandai Tamashii Nations SH Figuarts Naruto Uzumaki from Naruto Shippuden. Alright, so we're going to be going over a lot of stuff in this thing. Alright, so first up, let's go over the box. I've already done an unboxing, so if you want to see what all it comes with, well, you're going to pretty much see it here anyway. But, whatever. So, we got a great window display showing off Naruto. We also get a really cool red background. We also get a preview of a couple faces and maybe a tiny bit of a hand, but that's not really too important, at least not right now. Alright, so if you want to see the absolute details of the box, I go over that in my unboxing. On the sides, we got Uzumaki Naruto, also pretty much giving a description of SH Figuarts as a whole, so if you want to read that, by all means, go ahead. On the back, we also got a bunch of different poses. This is not every pose you can get him in, obviously. Your imagination is the limit. But if you're not really creative, then, well, that's really sad. Anyway, these are different faces that it comes with. Pretty much showing how you can get more than one figure, so you can do a Rasengan or just Shadow Clone Jutsu as a whole, which is why I want to buy more of these, but I'll go over that later. Him doing the Rasengan. Then we show him with a kunai. It's pretty much saying how this one is movable, because here there is a Figuarts Zero Naruto, where it's just a statue. He doesn't move whatsoever. So, trying to find this figure before there was any pre-orders or anything was a pain in the butt, because the Figuarts Zero would show up all the time, not the SH Figuarts. On the side, we also just got, I think it's Uzumaki Naruto written down, blah 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 blah, top and bottom. Alright, so we don't really care about the box. What we care about is everything that's inside. So, let me unbox it and show you what's all inside. Alright, so this is what the Naruto figure looks like outside of the box and all of his accessories. Holy crap, he has a lot of hands, but we'll be going over that really soon. And over here, we also have all the accessories that are not face or hand swaps. Alright, so before we go over all the stuff over here, let's go over what's over here. Alright, so we got a Rasengan piece, which is pretty much clear blue and also has a lot of white paint, which is applied very, very well, and God, this thing looks freaking amazing. Okay, here, technically Naruto is not complete outside the box, because here we also have the back of his headband, because I guess they have it set up so instead of accidentally snapping it off and breaking it, here they have it set up so it's just a replaceable piece, or just pops off instead of snapping off. So I guess I was smart, but during my unboxing I struggled with it a lot, and I was getting really upset with it. But once you get the hang of it, it's not all that bad. And in fact, it's actually a smart idea. Anyway, we also have another piece that you need to put on Naruto, which is the weapons pack. I don't know exactly what the name is. I remember there used to be a name on the online listing, but unfortunately I don't have that up right now. But you know what this is. It pretty much goes on Naruto's butt and it holds his weapons. Unfortunately, it doesn't really function like that. It's just there for show, but the paint job is absolutely phenomenal. The back, however, it's hollow. But there's a peg, that plugs into his butthole. So, forget I said that. He also comes with 2 kunai. Personally, I would only have Naruto holding 1. But, if you want him to hold 2, by all means, I'm not going to stop you. There you go. 2 kunai. Sweet. Alright, so here Naruto comes with 4 faces and 13 hands. Holy crap, that's a lot. Alright, so first up, we have Naruto with the average face. It's not really much smiling, it's just a look. Personally, I kind of wish that the eyes could have been painted a little bit better, mainly the shape. But the paint job themselves looks really freaking amazing. Anyway, we also have a pair of fists. That's pretty much the default hands. We also got a shouting face. This is mainly for Rasengan. Or any other battle cry. Come on, focus. Hold it. There we go. See the little whiskers and such. I wonder if there's any Naruto figures I didn't have the whiskers painted on. Anyway, we also have a teeth gritting face. Pretty much seriousness. There you go. I love this camera. It has autofocus and such, because my other cameras didn't. Anyway, then we also have a smiling face. Focus. I said a focus. Hold on. There we go. That's better. Okay, now the amount of hands is crazy. Okay, we already got the fists. We got this hand. This is dedicated for the Rasengan, because it has a peg on it. So unfortunately, he doesn't come with another hand, in case you want to do Rasengan with his other hand, so that's kind of a shame, but whatever. Then I call these the Shadow Clone Jutsu hands, because you pretty much do that, and bam, Shadow Clone. Other than that, it's not really too much for jutsus wise. Anyway, we also got thumbs ups or thumbs downs. It's pretty much him having his thumb sticking out, so that's cool. We also got a pair of hands that are meant for holding kunai, so that's cool. We also got two pairs of open hands. One is mainly meant to replicate the Rasengan hand, pretty much, but this is pretty much for when you want to do a Shadow Clone Jutsu and you want to have Naruto build a Rasengan for the other Naruto. So there you go. And the other pair of hands is pretty much just open palms. So I personally think that looks kind of weird, but okay. I wish he would have came with another set of hands that looks more relaxed with his hands open, like Link's, for example. So anyway, I had mentioned before that the figure it's pretty much not complete. You need to put on the headband and the weapon sack thing. But I also I had trouble putting it on during the unboxing, but overall it's not really all that hard. Once it's in there pretty good. Except for the unboxing. I did pretty bad in the unboxing. And it does swivel, but you do want to be careful in case, so you don't want it to pop out, because it gets annoying when it pops out. You even can have it standing up, but be careful because the little spikes on his hair make it want to pop out. But you know what you're doing. It's all good. And then you got this piece that goes onto his butt. But be careful once it's on, because here, if you have it on really tight and you end up moving his leg, the piece will end up flying. So be careful. So there you go. That's pretty much a completed Naruto. Now, swapping out the faces and the hands are really simple. Now, we'll be getting to that pretty soon, but first I want to go over the sculpt and the paint job of this thing. And may I say, the sculpt is actually pretty decent. There are a few flaws, unfortunately, which I've seen in other reviews, but I'm not going to let that stop me. Okay, here, I remember I saw a review, and it was complaining about the sculpt in the hair, how there was a lot of sculpting lines. Now, you can't see too many on here. Mainly, maybe he just got a bad figure, or I don't know what the deal was, but you do see some, though. Because every figure, well, yeah, every action figure has seam lines. Even the expensive ones, which kind of sucks. Unless you're paying, like, mad over, like, $100, $200 brand new. You know, not on resale, but I mean, like, actually buying it from the company for that much. Then you better expect it to be freaking flawless. If there's a single flaw, get your money back. Anyway, we unfortunately have some seam issues right there. Pretty much, like, it looks like he just ripped off a piece or something. And you also see that in the hands a little bit as well. But you have to, like, really focus on it, though. It's like they're normally, like, on the sides, like, right here. But I'm not going to complain too much. It's not like I spent $100 on this figure. Even though I did spend about, like, $40 to almost $50 because of shipping, I wish it could have been a little bit better, but whatever. The articulation is incredible. But also, yeah, the paint job is pretty nice as well. But let's go over the paint job before the articulation. Again, the paint job is applied extremely well. Like, look at the detail at the headband. Focus! Good boy. Yeah, even the back, let me move the headband a little bit. Like, even on his back, where they have black orange, and red. It does not cross color each other. Like, it doesn't like fade whatsoever. They did an extremely amazing job. Like, look at that. That is really nice. The toes are painted very well. Overall, they did a fantastic job, especially on that little pouch. I'm really impressed with the pouch. So yeah, the paint job is very, very nice. Here they give off a little bit of black paint all over the place, so it looks like it's wrinkling and it looks like it's shadowing and stuff. I'm not going to complain about it too much. Some say that it looks dirty. I'm not going to complain. And when they did the double joints on the knees, they did that very well too, so it doesn't look awkward. But I guess that's a good segue to articulation. Alright, so I want to count this as an articulation point. I want to say it's a little bit of a ball joint, but it acts more like a swivel. But whatever. Okay, we got a ball joint on the head. Alright, and also there seems to be a point of articulation around the neck as well, because you can see how like that moves side to side, mainly because of how the zipper line doesn't match all the time, but still. We also have points of articulations at the shoulders, so they can move in. So if you have the Power Rangers Figuarts, you should know exactly what this is. Got universal shoulders. Got double jointed elbows. Unfortunately, there's no bicep swivel, but I guess this is supposed to make up for it somehow. I have no freaking idea. I wish he still would have had bicep swivels anyway, because they're really awesome. And then, if you have the Sonic Nendoroid, then you'll know how the wrists are like, because they're not exactly ball joints. It's pretty much like a double swivel, where like here there's a swivel right at the wrist, and then it just moves 360. So there you go. We also have good abdominal articulation. Like here, right here, this piece is actually a loose piece. Not that it's a bad thing, I'm just saying that's just a loose piece. So there you go, fun fact. So they do the figure very well. Like the articulation, it crunches very well. Unfortunately, sometimes you can see the insides, but just don't bend it too much. There you go, problem solved. Okay, we also have, I don't know what this is, but you pull it down so you could be like a little bit taller, but no, that's mainly meant for like when he's doing split poses or stuff like that, so you can pose him very more, I guess it makes it more poseable, more articulatable, blah blah blah. And his butt pouch fell. So yeah, moving this leg back a little bit too much ends up making this pouch fall off, so that gets annoying very fast. Get on there.
Avast virus database has been updated.
Now you know I don't have viruses on my computer. There you go, fantastic. Anyway, we also have double jointed knees, which I mentioned earlier, which is a very, very cool thing. And then if you have the Link Figma, then you'll know how the ankles are like, because they're pretty much just like that. Well, I don't want to say they're ball joints, but they almost act like it. Like it's like a rocking motion and then like a swivel, which is still very good articulation. So when it comes to articulation on this thing, this is probably the most articulated figure that I have right now, but I am getting a new figure this weekend, which is a very tall Spider-Man with 67 points of articulation. It's about 18 inches high. Yeah, cool figure. I'm not sure if I'm going to do a review on that though, because here it's not complete. It's supposed to come with a few more accessories, but I don't even care. I just want the figure. But anyway, now that we're done with articulation, all I can say is the articulation is very cool. I love it. Very well executed. The only thing that bothers me is like when he moves side to side and like the zipper doesn't line up right. That's not the figure's fault. It's just a thing that bothers me. But if I want to fix that, I can just get the figures that like actually have the real clothes, so like the real Action Heroes figures. But they are way too much money, so screw that. So now let's go over how you can swap the faces and swap the hands. Now swapping the face and hands are actually very simple. Now, like normally with my Mega Man D-Art, you have to take off the helmet, like take off something and then take off the face. With this, you just take off the face. Or if you want to do like how they recommend, they pop off the head and then remove the face, which I'm not going to do, because technically you don't need to do that. Just move his head back a little bit, then just pull his head down. There you go. Then let's swap it with smiling face. Nah. Let's do the shouting face, because I'm actually going to show off the Rasengan pretty soon as well. Alright, there we go. And then, taking off the hands, again, very, very simple. You just pop it off. There you go. And let's put on the Rasengan hand, on this hand, and then switch this hand with a kunai holding hand. Now, get in there. There you go. Alright. So the way that the Rasengan itself is built, it pretty much have it set up so like each finger goes in between these things. I don't know if that was coincidence or if they actually intended to do that, because it goes in extremely well. Now you do have to put it in at a certain angle. I can't remember which angle you put it at. This may be the angle, but I may be wrong. I have no freaking idea. Just put it in. There it is. Yep. I'm not sure how well the camera picks it up, but like his fingers go in between these little things so well. It's like it's made for that. Alright? And he holds on to it very, very well. Like, the hands stay on well, the Rasengan stays on well. Much better than the pouch, I can tell you that much. And the headband. But yeah, stays on very well. Now, putting in a kunai into this hand is actually very simple. It's not like the early versions of the Link Figma where it didn't have the removable tip and you actually had to pretty much destroy the hand in order to freaking put the thing in. Like here, the fingers are very, very loose, so that's really nice. So putting it in, you can either put it in this way or put it in like a normal way. But I'm going to put it in this way because that's how I roll. But I will be showing it off both ways anyway. Actually, no, I'm going to show it this way off first because the other way, I'm going to keep that way. Now, what I recommend doing is taking where the ring is, alright? And then dig it in, because then it moves the fingers. And then pretty much slide the fingers onto the grip. Alright? So you can be like, yeah, yeah, yeah. Or you can just take it off. And then just pretty much do it the other way. Ring first and then grips. Now, I did see another review where the guy said how he doesn't really hold on to the kunai that well. Maybe it's because he actually bent the hands, bent the fingers and then put it on. Because he seems to be holding his extremely well. Much better than the SBO figure from Jazzwares. So he holds on to it very well. Maybe he just got a bad figure, or again, I just got a very good figure. Because some of the issues that other people have, some of them I don't even suffer myself. But that kind of stuff does vary from figure to figure. So, if that happens to you, don't feel alone. Now, a few things I do not like about this figure is when you move the head down, the way that you plug in the face, like it pretty much there's like 2 points up here, like pretty much holes, and there's 2 pegs on top of the face. Here, when you move the face down, the face pretty much tries to come off. And that, I wish, could have been done a little bit better. Have it set up so like you can like have it set up so like, I don't know, the neck like moves out of this sweatshirt thing and then allows him to look down, you know. Then there's like these things like the ugly marks, but I don't even care about that. That's just nitpicking. I wish this piece could have been actually on, so you don't have to suffer too much. But they were smart about it. They didn't want people to break it, so I guess that was good. And I wish this thing, like, moved a little bit, so, like, when you move, the piece moves, so it doesn't pop off, you know? The articulation is great. And then things I wish it would have came with. I wish it would have came with an extra set of open hands. Because, like, these are supposed to be his relaxed hands, I guess. And you look way too spread out apart. Like, if you know the Link Figma and his calm hands, I wish it would have came with something like that. And I wish we could have gotten another hand for the Rasengan. Like, instead of doing it on just his hand, maybe do it on another hand, or if you want to have him do double Rasengan. Because I'm pretty sure he does that in the Sage mode, which is really, really awesome, by the way. So I wish you could have done that. I wish you also could have got Sage Mode eyes and also Ninetales eyes. Which I can understand why they didn't include the Ninetales eyes, because I guess it's supposed to be based off the newer Naruto, where he pretty much has full control of the Ninetales. But still, I wish it would have been really cool to have, and plus a red Rasengan. Still, a Sage Mode eyes would be nice. Hopefully we'll end up getting a Sage Mode Naruto where it does come with those faces, so you can just swap it out with this. Because he can go in Sage Mode without wearing that whole outfit. Like, you've seen it in Naruto Storm 3. And maybe in the Naruto anime. I have no freaking idea. I'm not that far in the anime yet. Because I'm really behind. I'm actually in, like, the first season of the Shippuden series. Because I just got done with the original series. But none of you guys care. You care about the figure. I wish he would have came with a thing right here so he could hold his kunai or something. You know what I'm talking about. A little black thing right here. Anything else I wish he would have came with? A stand. I wish he would have came with a stand. Because I want to have Naruto in poses where he's in the air. But unfortunately I have to buy those stands separately. And those stands are roughly about $20 each. But I don't want to get it just for Naruto. I want to get one for Sasuke. I want to get one, well, each of them for my Mega Man figures, which I have like 3 of them. Because all my other figures have stands. But they don't, which is a real shame. Any other accessories? I want to say maybe a Ninja Star, but I don't think it really mattered all that much. Or... I want to say a Rasen Shuriken. But again, if they come out with a Sage Mode Naruto, hopefully they'll come with that. Now, I really hope this line does get a bunch of characters, because I know they're coming out with Sasuke. And here, there's Figuarts Zeros, where it's pretty much just a statue. And they do have Naruto, then they have Naruto in the Chakra mode, which hopefully we will get pretty much a repaint, like how they did with Zero, with Black Zero. Like this. So yeah, hopefully we get a Chakra mode Naruto. It's just a simple repaint, and that'd be nice to have on a shelf too. And I hope we get a Kakashi, since there is a Figuarts Zero Kakashi. And hopefully some other characters as well. Like, I don't plan on having a full cast. If you want to have a full cast of figures, then they do have the 4-inch figures. The detail isn't as great, especially on Naruto. Naruto on a 4-inch figure looks freaking ugly. I don't know how tall he is, but I know he's beyond 4 inches, so he would look the tallest out of everybody else. And he's not supposed to do a super expansion jutsu. That's Choji's job. And I wish he would have came with, I want to say another figure, but that's too much. Maybe like go like the older figures, like the the original Naruto, where it has like pretty much a paper cutout of another Naruto. But people don't want to go with that, I guess. So if you want to buy another figure, by all means, go ahead. That's your opinion. If you have the money for it, by all means, I'm not going to stop you. I wish I had that much money. But whatever. Anything else I wish you would have came with? I can't really think of anything else. I'm just really happy there's nothing wrong with mine. Like, no mispaints. Or no multiple faces. Because I remember Piplup Fan 77 got a Mega Man X figure that was the full armor. And he got 2 of the same face for some reason, which is a real shame. But again, I'm happy that that didn't happen to me. But now I'm excited for the Sasuke figure to come out. That's coming out around January or February. So I just gotta wait till then. And then they're going to announce another character. Then I'm just gonna wait for that and... But yeah, I wish he would have came with a stand now. Because... heck, Mario came with a stand. Sure, you had to buy that separately, but it still came with extra accessories, so it was still technically with it. But whatever. Overall, if you want to get these Naruto figures mainly for character-wise, then you should go with the 4-inch line, because there's already a lot more characters out. There's like Naruto, Sasuke. I don't know if there's Sakura. I have no idea. I know there's a Kakashi. There's Itachi. There's... man, I forget who else they have. They have Gaara, I think. I don't know. They have a bunch of figures. But if you're pretty much late to the party like I was, and then came across this, I would highly recommend this figure. Great amount of articulation, and overall a good shelf piece. But I do recommend getting a stand. But here they also have different effect parts that you can get. Like, they have an effect part where there's like a red flame, and then they also have a blue flame, where that can pretty much match Sasuke. They also have, a pretty much earth-shattering part, one in brown, one in black. And again, that would be great, but not only for Naruto, but even for Dragon Ball Z. So, if you want to have a great display, I recommend getting stands and then getting those pieces. Those pieces I may end up getting myself. However, the stand is $20, and those flame parts are about $23 on Amazon. If you can find them for cheaper, by all means, let me know, because I would love to have cheaper parts. So, let me know in the comments, what do you think of this? This guy runs about $40 plus shipping, unless you find a good listing on Amazon. If you find it matched by if you find one shipped by a third party, they won't charge tax. So there you go. Go on Amazon, get it from a third party, so then it's no tax and then free shipping. So there you go. But anyway, I personally recommend buying this figure if you're new to the Naruto scene and you want a good Naruto figure. This is probably one of the best ones. Unless you want to go with the super expensive Real Action Heroes Naruto, where he has real clothes and such. But I'm not going to be going toward that. I'm happy with Bandai Tamashii Nations. That's as much as I'm going to spend. Now, Sasuke, however, he's already available for pre-order, and he's almost $60. I think he's like $52 or $53. I think it's $53. I'll put a link in the description so you can buy this from Big Bad Toy Store. This is where I got mine. They already have them available, while with Amazon, they're still available for pre-order. It just comes out in about a week or two as of this recording. So I recommend ordering it from Big Bad Toy Store. It's about almost $8 shipping, so I'm going to leave it up to you. Either look it up on Amazon or look it up on Big Bad Toy Store. I'm going to provide a link for the Big Bad Toy Store, so that you can get it right away. So, if you're new to the channel and you like what you saw, then don't forget to like, comment, favorite, and subscribe. And let me know in the comments, if you have this figure, what don't you like about it? Well, for one thing I don't like about my videos is the lighting. I wish my lighting could have been a little bit better. But I can only do so much about that. And, yeah, if you want to give me tips on reviews, or just videos as a whole, let me know in the comments. Because constructive criticism is good. And also, can't really think of anything else. How do I end this? I guess I will see you guys next video.